there's an expectation that you address small business participation. There's a requirement to use small business in government contracting. The SBA goal is, the last I checked, it was 23%. And I know that they've been, I think they want to increase that. But I know for a fact they spent more than 23% on small business, at least in fiscal year 2020. In fiscal year 2020, they spent about $146 billion on small business owners at the federal contracting level. So they are definitely spending money on us small businesses. Large businesses many times have to provide a small business utilization plan. And if it's a small business that's submitting, then they are a small business. So they don't necessarily have to provide a small business utilization plan. However, there is a requirement in there that kind of talks about speak to your small business participation plans in a sense. As a small business, I would say still just address the fact that you are a small business and then use that opportunity maybe to highlight your company in that section, right? And say that, and then maybe also, and not go overboard in highlighting your company, but you can add a couple of sentences to highlight your company, but more importantly, maybe you highlight your small business partners that's going to be assisting you in your effort, because the whole goal here is to spend money on small business. Let me just kind of say it plainly to the point of plain language. The goal is to get money spent on small businesses in the United States. That's what it is, and not as always on the big large companies. And so if you are partnering with small businesses, that's even better. And this is why the federal government likes partnering and joint ventures and teaming and things like that, is because number one, it helps spread the love around, right? The money. Also, it strengthens the effort. When you have partners, strong partners, responsible companies who are partnering together, and everybody's legit and everybody's basically technically sound, and they do what they say they're going to do, and they're good at it, or at the very least, they're satisfactory. That is a much stronger team than just one company. Because if something were to go wrong, there's two companies that the SBA could, that's two companies that can help the effort survive or recover, as opposed to just one. And so that's always good. So partnering is a good thing. Don't shy away from it. That's something that you want to try to do. I'm not telling you to go and get a business partner, but I'm saying is that there are certain times, whether it be a project, a proposal, or whatever, where you partner with someone for that effort, or you team with them for a short period of time to do this thing. And then once that thing is done and that period of time is done, then you all go your separate ways. And then maybe you come back together again in the future on a different event. That's good to do, right? Because you're helping each other grow, and both of you are learning together, and two is always better than just one. The other thing I want to say in regards to the small business participation is, particularly if you're like a medium or large business, let's say you're outside the category, you want to speak to how you're going to meet those goals. So if you're falling in a situation where you are required to provide information on small business utilization and or participation, you want to say and give that plan on what you're going to try to do to meet that goal. I also do a lot with state contracting. I help, I have a few clients that I've helped across the country, like just go for contracts in different states and stuff. And what I see often is really a lot is about the small business participation. In some states are more rigorous in requiring it than others. They actually say you have to show what you've already done to get small business participation. And if you haven't done it, you need to give us your plan on how you plan on contacting businesses and this and that. And I'm like, wow, it's pretty in depth. And and that's kind of the flavor of the day, is tell us that they've put a little bit more rigor in place to ensure that this thing works. I mean, the goal is to get the money to the small businesses, but a lot of times, as we know, the same different companies who are not necessarily small, they're getting the work. And so, when the rigor here is to help ensure that people are actually trying to find the small businesses and actually connecting with them and really engaging and trying to get them involved in this process.